There's a kind of quiet that only exists when you're home. Not the quiet of boredom, not the hollow kind that echoes loneliness, but the quiet that feels like safety. It's the hum of the refrigerator, the soft click of a clock, the sound of your own breath steadying.
It's the moment you realize no one needs you to be anywhere else.
You're not hiding. You're resting. People often misunderstand that. They see someone who loves staying home and assume they're avoiding life, antisocial, withdrawn, afraid of the world. But for some, home isn't an escape. It's a return. Because out there, in the noise of comparison and constant performance, they lose pieces of themselves. At home, they find them again. Maybe it started young, the classroom, the crowd, the bus. Places filled with noise and expectation. You had to talk louder to be heard, smile wider to be accepted, and pretend longer just to belong. So some people built an inner world instead, one that was slower, softer, more forgiving. And that world became home. Psychologists call it high sensitivity to stimuli. Their brains process everything more deeply: light, sound, emotion, even silence. So the quiet of home isn't avoidance, it's balance. It's the nervous system saying, "Here, I can finally rest." But it's deeper than biology. Home is where we take off the mask, the version of us that knows how to perform, how to smile on cue, how to seem fine. Behind closed doors, that version dissolves.
What is left is the unfiltered self, raw, imperfect, real.
It's strange, isn't it? How you can spend all day surrounded by people and still feel unseen. But the moment you're home, a cup of tea, a quiet window, the evening light, you finally feel visible to yourself. That's the quiet magic of solitude. It's not isolation, it's intimacy. Not with others, but with your own soul. Our culture romanticizes extroversion. We praise busyness and treat stillness like weakness. We think visibility equals value. But there's a quiet power in those who know how to be alone without feeling lonely, who understand that fulfillment isn't always found in noise. Sometimes, it's found in the pause. If you don't go within, you go without. For people who love staying home, going within isn't avoidance. It's alignment. It's how they heal, process, and reconnect with what's real. Because when you're constantly around people, your identity fragments. You become a version for every audience. But when you're home, you're your only audience. And that's when authenticity returns. Yes, there's a fine line between solitude and withdrawal. Even introverts need connection. But homebodies often form deeper relationships, not because they talk more, but because they listen more. They crave the kind of bond where silence feels comfortable, where presence means more than performance. Studies show people who spend intentional time alone score higher in creativity and emotional intelligence. Not because they're smarter, but because they're reflective. They don't run from their thoughts, they sit with them. And in that stillness, ideas form, clarity blooms, and wounds begin to heal. Your biggest realizations rarely come at crowded parties. They arrive in quiet rooms, late at night, when the noise finally fades. That's the hidden power of staying home. It gives your mind the silence it needs to speak clearly. Still, many who love solitude carry guilt, the sense that they're missing out. Social media makes it worse, endless proof that everyone else is living. But peace doesn't post well. And what looks like stillness on the outside is often deep transformation on the inside. Because staying home isn't doing nothing. It's reading, reflecting, rebuilding. It's a quiet revolution happening behind closed doors. They're not avoiding the world, they're preparing for it. Routine becomes sacred. Predictability becomes medicine. Every small ritual, making coffee, lighting a candle, arranging a shelf, tells the nervous system, you're safe now. In a world obsessed with motion, stillness is rebellion. We're taught that to be valuable, we must be visible. But homebodies prove that meaning doesn't come from movement, it comes from presence. From noticing the rain against the window, the light shifting across the wall, the feeling of your own heartbeat slowing. When you spend enough time in solitude, imagination blooms. You start to see beauty in the ordinary, dust floating in sunlight, the rhythm of your breath, the music of silence. It's a slower kind of happiness, one that doesn't need to be shared to be real. And maybe that's the secret. Silence isn't emptiness. It's music. It's the sound of being enough. People who love staying home aren't detached. They're deeply sensitive. They feel everything. And when the world gets too loud, they protect their peace, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Look around a person's home and you'll see their soul. Some build light and music, others build warmth and calm. Each space becomes a mirror, a quiet autobiography written in objects and atmosphere. When solitude meets creativity, something beautiful happens. Without the constant noise of others, thoughts unfold in their purest form. That's where art begins. Where truth begins. Where you begin. Because real peace isn't found in disappearing from the world. It's found in returning to yourself. And that's the psychology of people who love staying home. They're not escaping life. They're embracing it differently. They're moving slower, feeling deeper, breathing more honestly. They're not running away from the world. They're creating one that feels humane again. And when they finally step outside, they bring calm where others bring chaos. They carry stillness like a gift. Because once you've found peace in solitude, you stop searching for it in noise. You stop demanding others make you feel at home, because you carry home inside you. So if you love staying home, don't apologize. You're not missing out, you're tuning in. You're doing the inner work most people are too busy to begin. And that work, quiet, invisible, profound, changes everything. Because in the end, home isn't where you hide. It's where you heal. It's where you remember who you are. And one day you realize, you were never alone. You were just coming home to yourself.